at land.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Trying to buy. You know, we're looking.
Land's tough in Texas right
Dude, it's crazy because people,
Uh-huh.
like people alone on land, but it's just different because there's no, they don't look at it like if it has a house on it, then
There's collateral.
there's
Wow.
something, you know. But if it's just like undeveloped land or even
You could
land
just
that
walk, they're thinking you could just walk away anytime.
yeah, and dude,
Yeah.
it's so expensive, bro. Like
Oh yeah,
like
especially Texas.
a good deal right now, even in like central Texas, is
Yeah.
like 20 grand an acre.
Yeah.
You know, like that's your average per acre price. Or no, actually the average is higher than that. Like a really good deal. And
Yeah.
you have to buy, you can't, anything less than 20 acres, you're not going to get this price. And it's like
Yeah.
between 10 to 15
Yeah.
an acre.
It's funny that you brought it up because I have two guys I'm looking for land for. I told them I would, check every day, see what's out there, and it's amazing. I had no idea.
It's crazy.
I had no idea that the land values right now are through the roof.
But the appraisal value hasn't changed any. So
Yeah,
like
your tax appraisal.
yeah, because
Yeah.
dude, so there's this one parcel of land we were looking at,
Yeah.
and it was only like 5 acres, right? So it's manageable, smaller plot of land, and you can do what you want to on it. Neighbors aren't super close. It was all right. It was cool, and it was nice because it was right on the back end of a really large creek, small,
Yeah.
Little bit of water. It was a cool plot of land. Anyway, dude was trying to charge for 5 acres. He was charging. He was trying to sell it for like 175 grand or something like that
For how many acres?
for 5. And then we pulled up the
surrounding area?
MCAD reports or whatever. No, not the surrounding area. Everything's going for that.
Oh.
So
Y'all-
like that's
y'all
not
pulled the MLS report.
yeah,
was
wherever
it?
the city like
Oh,
does the actual appraisal value.
Oh, the tax appraisal, like your what's that called?
Yeah, where
I know what you're talking
The
about,
city
yeah.
appraisal for like the value of, and it's broken up based on the land and then whatever structures are on the
Right.
property. The structure that was on the property was like gonna have to get torn down, so it was really worth nothing. But they still appraise it at some value. But the land itself was actually only appraised at like $45,000 or
Sounds about
something like
right.
that. You know what I mean? So we were like, you're charging $130,000 for extra for what?
For that
And the-
thing I'm gonna have to spend my time to tear down?
And
Thanks.
the bank, well, even that wasn't appraised. So the total appraisal, even with that little structure, was around 100,000.
Yeah.
And so the banks are like, no, we're not loaning you 170 grand for that, like because it's not worth that. We'll give you 70% of the appraised value, which is $100,000. So we'll give you $70,000. So if you want to buy it, you got to come up with $100K before you can even get in the door. It's crazy.
I said, good luck, mister.
Well, we found a dope
Is this
plot
a
of
real
land.
estate podcast?
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
Is that what we're turning
This is
into?
second
This-
week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We found a dope plot of land that's 100 acres. And
Whoa.
it's got a lake on it.
Yeah,
There's
there you go.
fire. But we were talking about maybe going in with
$750,000.
three other families.
What is it,
And,
about 700,000?
It's not Lake Fairfield,
It's a
is
million.
It's a million?
Actually, million. But it's got a lake on it. Like it's dope.
Like not just a big large pond. It's
a huge,
or is it-
very, very large.
Like
Yeah.
you're not
It's
gonna
like-
throw a rock across it.
No, not even close. It's like a small lake,
Mm.
gigantic.
pond
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really very big.
it? Where at?
Um,
What area?
down there
Man,
in Central Texas.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the Central
Yeah.
Texas area. I forget what the actual city is,
Can
but
you
it's
find it on Google Maps?
I could ask my wife about it. Yes, you can. I couldn't right now, but it was $1 million. But we were like talking to some of our friends. We were like, man, we can do a little compound, like just
Yeah.
That's the way to do
So,
it. That's
how-
what I want to do.
How many
Prepare
acres?
for
was it?
war.
100?
100 acres.
So
Grow our
yeah,
own rice.
if you got in with
Why do you want to live out in
9
the
other
country?
people
Prepare for
and
war.
split that 10 ways,
To prepare.
that's totally magical. You still have 10 acres.
To
What do you prepare for?
war.
We do like
The end of the
be
world.
it.
we have 2 other families that are wanting like goal oriented in the same way that we are, and
Okay.
so they're like, yeah, we could do it, and they also want to do like they have some business ideas, so they could parcel out part of the land as for the business.
Ah, yeah.
So you could really split it 4 ways if you include one of like a 10-acre section or 20-acre section or something like that for the business. So there are ways to mix it up. But anyway, I don't know. Well, it's probably a pipe dream. It won't happen.
Ah.
We'll just
No,
end up-
but that's
That's
a
what-
cool thing.
that's a
That's,
good-
that's what
yeah.
I want to do.
You'll probably end up hearing us on the news for, you know.
A standoff.
Yeah. I mean, it's Central Texas.
A
so.
FedEx delivery driver turns you in, or UPS driver.
Yeah.
Well, just don't order mail order hand grenades.
I
That's how
won't,
you get
man.
caught all the time.
Or saw off a shotgun. And,
Yeah. All right, you want to start this thing up?
Oh, sure.
Was that like a stomach growl, a fart? What was it?
Well, give me a minute. I'll spell both. I'm drinking coffee.
It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
Look at me, dude.
Are you really
I
happy?
let my seat down.
I'm happier than I've ever been.
Get some
You're
more
so
headroom.
low.
I look
I'm
like
not
a-
happy.
You can just
I'm
move
not
the
happy at all,
camera.
really.
I'm an elf.
That'll probably
I'm
never
real
come up
sorry.
again.
I'm
Christmas is
not
coming.
happy.
I will eat your ass.
But we're not all love anymore.
This episode of the
Hold on. I want to.
brought to you by
Geist Note. Victor Wrench.
and Plastic Objects.
The Jerry Jonestown Massacre contains graphic material, including offensive language, partial nudity, and completely ridiculous thoughts and opinions that shouldn't be expressed or shared by anyone. Listener discretion is advised.
And now coming at you from the Temple of Eye, just on the outskirts of where the West begins.
It's the Jerry Jonestown Massacre!
Yo, I crept up out the barn with Heinz recently spawned. The sky's secreting dawn, this new D is feeling bomb. Went from a present tense to an ex-con. The great escape was just the latest black swan. So quick minds and thinkers, I took time to tinker and put mine to new lines. My true crimes a feature go Duke child, beleaguered the butte. Non-believers with boots on. Hoop like I no room for divas, yo. In certain circles, I'm known to burgle the Parmesan. Dip and form a stable orbit in a Carmen line. Blessed the posse with some moxie when formed the tribe. Used to collect so many L's, I had a hoarder vibe. Got them all saying to themselves, he went legit. Yeah. Once slag Jordan blackball, now he's holy shit.
It is show number 554, Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. Yeah. Happy Tuesday, Matt.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Joining us to my left. Happy Tuesday, Jesse.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
And a little further to my left,
A little further.
at about my, see, this is my 12 o'clock, so
Yeah,
you're at my 11
11:30.
o'clock?
11.
Yeah, my 11. We have a virgin. It's rare these days. We have a virgin in our
we
temple that
popping-
hasn't been here in a
popping
while.
cherries?
Or
First
never been
timer.
here.
Yeah.
Happy Tuesday, Ted.
Happy Tuesday.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Good, good, good.
Yeah,
Glad
he's
everybody's
our
doing
out of town.
Yeah, it's rare that I hear the name Ted anymore. The only people that call me Ted anymore are like,
What's everybody calling you?
you know, Theo or Theodore mostly. It's just kind of, you know how like your name will just start. Well, maybe you don't, but like sometimes nicknames they just start to
Yeah.
Careen and
Well,
change over
mine
strange
just,
directions.
everybody changes the first letter.
okay.
So, oh, Justin, how's
Justin,
it going? Oh, hey,
what's up,
Austin,
man?
how's it going? Austin, where the fuck did you get Austin from?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that, you
Yeah.
know. Bustin'.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Y'all use
Dumb.
that next
was
time.
bad, yeah. Anyway, well, welcome back to the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time, man.
I was trying to figure it out before the show. And,
How long it's been since he was in this building?
well, when me and you were the first ones that started turning this into a studio.
Yeah, we built this thing.
Yeah. And then you came along and helped out. And
Matt,
I
then
did some building.
old Matt, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
Not me.
trying to look that up.
No.
That was 0203.
Really?
Yeah.
2003 probably.
So this sheetrock has been on the walls
Still looks good.
for
Over 20 years.
over 20 years. That shitty breaker system we put in for all the power is 20 years
Still
old.
good.
And it still holds up.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
heaters haven't.
I remember digging.
it yet.
You dug the trench to run the electrical over here.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's not the same air conditioner, though.
No.
No,
That's
we
about the sixth
Killed
one.
that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the window units, they go through hell. They go through hell.
Everything in here, like I mean the ceiling. This hasn't changed. Like this.
Oh, the cloth?
the
Yeah.
draping.
Mhm.
That's
cloth,
20
yeah.
years old.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
To
crazy.
say
Yeah, it's
that was
really weird.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I thought we were old then when you got that.
We
Like
kind
that,
of
I thought
old.
we were old
kind of
then.
were.
Yeah.
We weren't considered young people.
And
Oh,
then I
now,
started
So now what is it?
Yeah, now I feel like we're
Oh,
senior citizens at this point.
20 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So I guess
You haven't repainted either. This is
no,
like the
they
No,
need
original
to
paint
be.
no,
job.
and no, you don't, because all those nicks and scratches and
We need to get
dings
the
and-
accent
stories.
they have
balls done.
stories.
Well, the only thing we've put different rugs down because there is all sorts of blood and other
yeah.
DNA stains
yeah.
all over the
Yes,
floor
I
from
imagine.
years, and
Looks like a cheetah.
yeah, you get a black light in here, the whole place is gonna just explode. But yeah,
It's like 3D
20
art
freaking years, yeah.
immediately. If you put a DNA or if you do a black light just throughout the room,
It's like,
it's
I
just
can
like
s- I can see
it's like an
faces.
art exhibit.
Yeah, we can actually put little pins down and be
Yeah.
like, this is this person's blood.
Yeah.
This is this person's semen. This is this
Yeah.
person's squirt.
Have,
This
we
is
got
just-
our own little meow wolf in here, man.
We kind of if we turn this whole
It'd
thing
be
into
like
black
Meow
light,
Wolf.
it's our own meow wolf.
I think we do.
Wow.
Like women, if it starts raining in here, you might want to get out because if you're sitting down or anything, you might get pregnant with all the DNA.
The carpet is kind of crunchy.
Have they done that yet? Surely they have, right? They've put spermies inside like a test tube and froze it and see if it's usable later on in life, right? They've done that, right?
We have a friend that does. We have two friends that do that for a
Oh
living.
man, I thought you were about to tell me they are from test tubes.
No.
Yeah.
And they gave us little samples that we could put our own
Did you
in.
put it in your drink?
Mix it on. No, they were empty. We could put our own in there.
You can
and-
Then you
swallow,
can put it in your drink.
swallow the evidence.
well, my idea
Drink
was
a bunch of pineapple and then put it in your coffee.
my idea was to fill it up and then put it on a necklace and wear it around like an amulet. And everybody be asking, and be like,
That's me.
"It's my semen. What's up?"
That's very
This is
That
my
would,
future.
that would
Very
go bad pretty
foundation.
fast.
It's very
Start stinking.
foundation-esque.
Yeah, very foundation.
What's that? That's me.
That's me.
What do you mean that's you? That's me.
So,
Next generation.
do we want to give a history story to everybody that's listening? So they know
Um,
what the hell's going on here?
They're always fun.
Sure.
So, Ted and I were what
This is-
18
This is much longer than 20 years ago, by the way.
when we started a band or
Oh,
started playing together.
You may have been.
What were you 16?
But Ted was 12.
Probably. Yeah. When we first
There were some
started,
statutory issues going on with this.
I was probably 16 or 17. It was probably my junior year in high
Careful.
school.
This
if I had
is-
to
Because
guess.
I was just out.
They can use this in court.
So,
guys.
probably so.
Just want you to know.
No, that law in New York has expired. You cannot go back anymore. You cannot.
What was the?
been
Where did we
repealed.
do our first gig? It was it was like
Zombies.
zombies.
Coffee bar.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
the Zombies
yeah,
Coffee
yeah.
Bar. Wow.
Technically,
Yeah.
technically,
I played.
Oh yeah.
our
yeah,
first
yeah.
gig was in Josh's,
Josh's
backyard
backyard.
at his 70s party.
That's right.
And
That's right.
that
Wait,
videotape
Yeah,
still
in fact, you have a
sits
video
around,
of that because I've seen it.
It's still there.
And I saw it yesterday because, I'm moving stuff around here. I saw it yesterday. Yeah. Or over the weekend. I need to find a VCR. That's going to be so cringeworthy.
Oh,
that
for sure.
will be cringy.
For sure.
Especially when you're playing around a pool
And you're shirtless.
in a guy's backyard in a rich ass neighborhood where all the
Yeah.
neighbors are pissed.
Oh yeah.
And you finish the song and you just hear. And there's probably how many people were at that party?
Oh, there was a bunch of people.
Probably about 100 people at that party.
Yeah, Josh
100,
could throw a
150.
party. There was, yeah.
Yeah,
was a fair
and it
amount.
was a good party. But he's like, I'm gonna throw this 70s party. So all of us are in 70s get up,
Yeah.
and
Fake wigs, or like
Like-
obviously fake wigs, but
yeah, I went as stoner 70s with long hair and everything, dazed and confused 70s look. But yeah, it was pimp. Like Josh was a
yeah,
pimp.
yeah,
I don't. Jared was a wizard.
yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was. I don't
That
even know
was
what Ruben was.
Ruben.
Yeah, I don't even know what Ruben was. But that had to be
He was probably a 70s ska guy.
probably. So that was 95, 96.
Was there ska in the 70s?
I don't know. I'm just imagining Ruben
But-
would have stuck to his
ska roots.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that was 95, 96. And then that band lasted for a little bit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mobius.
That was the first.
Mobius.
Mobius, yes.
And then Ex Mobius was born.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Okay, so we played Mobius. Had some pretty good shows. zombies, and
Oh,
I
there was
couldn't
a,
even tell you.
there was a pre-X Mobius that was
Yep.
Mobius.
it was
Yeah.
Mobius.
And
Yes.
then
Then
X
X
Mobius.
Mobius.
Oh,
Well,
I
because
didn't know that.
it was the turn of the millennium, so everything
Yeah.
had to be X.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like now. It's
Yeah.
weird. Everything's.
And X Mobius lasted for quite a while.
Yeah, a couple of years.
Well, we were a few years with Link on
Yes.
drums, and then you came in
Yes.
after Steadfast fell apart. You came over and played with us in X Mobius.
And yeah, it was a couple of years.
At least.
Jesse's the band killer, isn't he?
Jesse, do you kill bands?
My master
He's the
plan
band
has been
killer.
foiled.
So X Mobius went through 09. That's what I'm seeing here.
Really?
Went for quite a while.
That's longer than I thought.
But then we, fucked around trying to find a guitarist for 3.5 years, and then World of Warcraft came out and killed
Yeah,
everything.
and, well, it was killing everything from when I got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have to schedule our band practices around your raids.
Oh no, dude! I would go to X Mobius practice, and
I totally
everybody would
believe
in the
that.
office raiding, and I wasn't even playing yet.
Yeah.
Uh,
You gotta get Seth to Grand Marshal.
mm.
That was always fun. So yeah, I'm showing 09 through here, or maybe that's when the website was last.
How many
up.
times have you called in sick to play video games, Jesse?
Never. But what I can
In
tell
your
you, what
whole
on.
working
Never- I
career,
never
you've
did that.
never taken a
but
day to
this
play
is
a
what I
game.
used to do when I was a land surveyor. I would now I
Oh,
only had an hour
with,
for
Johnson
lunch.
and Patchy.
Well, this was before Johnson, but it was with.
I remember y'all would go, friends, come back hating each other. All of y'all, all three of you.
No, I would. This when I was this small stint when I was working in the office at this this land surveying company, and I had an hour for lunch, and it was 20 minutes to my house and 20 minutes back. So I would haul ass home, kick my computer on, load it up, and boot it up while I made
Was it some
lunch.
WoW
Yep. And I would sit there and eat my little microwave whatever,
while you're playing?
and do a couple of dailies, and then go back to work. It was the dumbest shit ever. I did it for like a month.
Did you drive all the way home mostly to play the game for a
Yes.
minute?
Yeah, there was no way I'd got to drive home to nuke mac and cheese.
How many times did you do it?
Oh, a few weeks. I mean, every day.
Have you gone home more for that or for sex? Because I used to have a little
Well, there
lunchtime.
there was nobody home for sex. This was pre Claudia.
Okay.
You'd go home for lunchtime, fun
Bang
time.
it out, yeah.
Oh,
Especially
no,
if
yeah,
you're, if
midday-
whoever you're dating
midday
lives
itches.
around you.
Oh, no,
heck yeah.
I call
Or
her all the time and
The
bug her with
hottest ones are the ones that you land at work. That like, hey, it's a rough one. I'm gonna need to go
it. Yeah,
to the truck.
they're like, I need
I had
a
a truck at the time, so-
cigarette.
Yeah,
Wow.
Nice.
yeah.
So we got I'm looking at this,
Nooner. It's called a nooner.
a nooner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that.
But you did a video game nooner.
Yeah.
December
Yeah.
15th, 2002 at the Underworld was X Mobius,
Underworld.
Steadfast, and Zero Story
No, no.
Mm.
over off Lower Greenville.
Zero.
so you
story.
pulled
That was
double
kind
duty?
of a.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was when. with
So
Sam
Ted,
We
Wilson.
had
Ted
Link,
wasn't in that,
Adam.
man.
Is it
Or Adam.
Was,
Yeah.
Ted
With
was
dreads.
never. Was he in any of the X Mobius stuff?
Mobius.
No. I
Oh,
don't
the
know what I was
Mobius.
doing during that time. Probably nothing good.
You were up to no good because that's why you left Mobius.
Yeah.
Or you just disappeared.
What?
Yeah.
That's what
So-
happened. Ted disappeared.
The Underworld show was that with that?
I don't know if you want to get into all that, but Ted disappeared.
Was the Underworld show that we played together? Was that with that
Rocky.
Metallica cover band? That everybody's like, whoa, those dudes are badasses.
No, this was Zero Story was with
Yeah,
us.
that
Oh,
at that
sounds
time.
familiar. But I remember the place was
They were
big.
going good big.
That venue was large.
Yeah, it was
for-
real big.
Well, it was the old.
And it was
what the
up.
fuck was that place called?
It felt
God
like I
dang
was
it.
in a big black
it was an
box.
old dance club.
It just was. Everything was black.
Yeah,
I felt like I was
that
just
was
like,
a cool place.
you know.
I think that everybody hated it because of the management and the way they did the tickets and stuff. But it
Oh.
was a cool venue.
and
The
Lower
venue was
Greenville.
cool. Huh?
I mean, metal on Lower Greenville just doesn't work out.
Oh, never mind. I'm talking about the place in Arlington. I thought that was
No, that
Dream World.
Division World or Dream World.
Yeah.
Dream World.
Oh, Dream World was long. Yeah, that place was
And
decent
What was
size.
the one at on Division?
That's
Dream World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
No,
Underworld.
Underworld. That's in Dallas.
That was over off Lower Greenville.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's
that was
not
the
the
Zero
same-
story.
Yeah.
For that kind of music, for sure.
Ah.
And then there is a Steadfast show at originally on May 16th the next year. And then there was a Steadfast show at Lone Star Country Club with Slit
Oh,
Throat Theory
dude.
and Flowjack.
That
Wow.
was it. That's when we started seeing the funny business out there.
That's when we found out.
Yeah, because that was the one
There
that,
are
that
hookers
Hatcher and Darian Hatcher and what's his face were, or a few of them were at the
Sador.
shows. Yeah,
Daryl Sador.
and there was people that would just these hot ass chicks would come hang out and watch the band for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they'd disappear. And the whole time, I thought
We scared
they
them
were
away.
going that, or they just were playing games, or like because
Yeah.
the pool hall was right next to it, or
Mm.
they were outside doing volleyball or something.
And
It
they
turns-
weren't.
Turns out
No.
it was, they were doing,
That was
they were
They were
playing,
playing
a
with
different
some kind of
sport.
balls.
That was
different
a-
sports.
That was the precursor to
Yeah.
OnlyFans up
Well,
close.
And my
They
whole
were hot though.
the
like-
whole time we ever played there at Lone Star, my whole thing was like, what are all these hot ass chicks doing at this piece of shit
Yeah.
place?
Yeah.
especially
Like I did not
wasn't right
understand it
acro-
because
wasn't
they
there-
were all
yeah, and they had that
knockouts.
douchey bar right across the street.
Yes.
That,
The
that
other-
dance bar, right?
and
Was it a-
volleyball, right?
Was
Another
it a
They
cowboy,
do
volleyball.
like a
volleyball,
cowboy
too.
bar that went across a
It
highway
might,
from?
it might have
I
been.
thought it was a beach club, something beach club.
Well,
yeah,
that was-
something beach.
That was the wasn't that well unless the other one across the way was copying the Lone Star. Lone Star had like the ball courts
They
and
were.
the
They were
Yeah.
copying
big-
too.
Yeah. Okay.
What
Yeah.
part of town was this in?
Coppell.
Capel, yeah.
yeah.
And when you played
That's
inside,
wild.
you played in this thing where the play space was not but this
The-
fucking big. And then if you played
There
the
was a
stays
post.
outside, it's huge.
Dude, there's a post right in
Giant
the
stage.
center of where you play too. So like if you're singing or you're in the front, you're just like you gotta
Yeah. Or a pit would start up
Y'all
and
like
you'd
that one?
watch someone hit a
Hit the-
post.
Yeah, it's
but
like
you-
trees.
you
and
would
fall over.
You'd
They'd
have to
forget
watch
the
it.
post
Watch it,
was
watch it,
there.
watch it, watch
At
it.
trees, there's a stage. This place, you're on the ground.
Yeah,
There's
you're
no-
level with them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
People were coming into your gear
It was
and all sorts
the
of
thing
stuff.
that's funny is it lasted a few years. Like it lasted. It didn't just show up and then
Location,
disappear.
location, buddy.
Yeah, probably.
The
That's-
best thing about this show was Hatcher and Sador being there and
Yeah.
a pit breaking out and then them getting the pit and everybody being like, nope,
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I don't need to prove that.
I'm good. I don't need to.
I don't
I
need a
didn't watch it.
concussion before I leave for my band plays.
So Ex Mobius lasted till about 2005, between 2004 2005.
And Ted was in Mobius.
He was in Mobius.
years
As
before.
did you play it?
And
You were
then-
playing guitar.
Mhm.
Okay.
Out of nowhere,
Who did the vocals for Ex Mobius and Mobius? Was that always
Jared and I.
Jared?
we went back and forth on stuff.